Hey, what's up everyone? Cobanermani456 here today, presenting to all live reactions to the latest Sonic Forces trailer that just released today, as we are going to be seeing some gameplay footage, I believe, and a cutscene showcasing Infinite, the new villain for this game. Now, I actually have still not watched the E3 trailer, so I may check that out probably after this, since a lot of people have been asking me to actually see that. So yeah, pretty excited about this. It's kind of short, so I guess this is going to be a pretty short video. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the trailer for today. Alright, so here we go. We got ourselves Infinite right here, and he kind of reminds me of like Interjack or something with this mask or whatever he has on his face. Kind of got like these quills too and this like super luscious tail.
Whoa, this guy is faster than Sonic!
Okay. Wait!
Nice. Tails, I need to know what's going on with this guy.
I'm trying, Sonic, but these readings are all messed up. They don't make any sense.
Jesus Christ, this boy is getting...
Little blue savior. But what's that I smell?
Sonic's getting bopped, and then did you see that? The anime glasses, the anime glasses push. And of course, he always has his arms crossed. You know, you can't just have, you can't have an edgy character without any arms crossing. Wait, this kind of reminds me of some team. What is it? The team in Team Skull, I believe. That was cool. Okay. Wow. That was it, though. Alright, so we're going to rewatch this just in case I missed something, because that was a really short trailer. It didn't even feel like a minute. And totally had to catch myself from saying something that wasn't PG, considering how, you know, blown back Sonic was actually getting. Kind of reminded me of, you know, moments with Dad. And I'm not talking about this Dad. Actually, now that I think about it, you could associate it with Daddy Eggman, because when you think about the Archie comics, Sonic totally got himself whooped multiple times in that. And by the way, rest in peace to the Archie comics, but we're going to talk about that after we watch this again. Seriously though, I really do love the character design for Infinite. It looks really, really cool. And definitely one of the edgier designs from Sonic Team that isn't like, you know, cringy or anything like that. He's really intimidating. Reminds me of an Archie comic character. And I just realized too, Chaos is there. So there's Chaos, there's a Deadly Six, Metal Sonic, Shadow. And why is the Deadly... Okay, so wait, why is Zaphic, like, hurt in the background? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Why is that... Does that looks like Silent Forest, and then this looks like, that looks like where Chip was. Did anyone notice that? That looks like, what is in the Sonic Unleashed trailer? And yeah, seriously, like I said, this looks like a Team Skull intro for Pokemon Sun and Moon. For real. But wait. So, like... You see when Sonic's like standing there in that like temple-like area? That almost reminds me of like a Temple of Gaia. Do you see that? The background totally looks like something like when Sonic's like, time for the big finale. Anyone else remember that? But anyways, I mean, hey, we got ourselves new environments in this, so that's really cool. And that'd actually be kind of cool if there was some representation of, you know, previous stages. So obviously we saw some like new environments right there, but you know, thinking about it, like I said, it'd be cool if there was something that kind of like was similar to like stuff in the past. Like, you know, right there, it kind of looked like Silent Forest, and then who knows, maybe we'll see something that's similar to Sonic Unleashed. So from watching that, honestly, I feel like the cutscenes are going to be similar in style to like what they were in Sonic Lost World. You know, kind of dark, also a little bit cartoony, but, you know, definitely something a bit more serious. Because while a lot of people, you know, have differing opinions on Lost World and its story and whatnot, which, by the way, there are definitely some things that are kind of off with it, I will admit. I definitely did like the darker dialogue, like when Eggman was talking about strangling Gazzetti and whatnot. It was definitely pretty dark and had some of the darker moments in the series. But anyways, now we are going to go ahead and watch the E3 trailer that I missed, you know, a couple of months ago. And by the way, if I do sound nasally, I apologize. You know, just kind of been a little bit under the weather. Ha ha ha. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. So now I finally get to see this trailer. I put it off for a while just because, you know, trying to make sure I was in a comfortable environment, living situation and everything. So now I can finally see what this is all about. So, did I actually have any gameplay or cutscenes? Okay. So nothing I haven't seen, but you know, for obvious reasons. I love how you can like really just customize these. Oh, whoa! Wait, okay, so I never saw that. Whoa, okay. Yo, this is cool. I wonder if they actually had that in the demo at E3. They probably did, but I think that was the PlayStation 4 version now that I think about it. Jesus Christ, hello? Yo, this CGI is gorgeous. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, okay, okay. And there we go. Wait, what? Oh, okay, okay. I was like, wait, what in the world? So that's Infinite's logo there as well. That was cool. Okay. So yeah, you know, it kind of lost a little bit of the shock value. What? That was interesting. That kind of reminded me of like one of those old commercials for Sega. But yeah, that was really, really cool. And like I said, you know, Infinite kind of reminds me of something that I would see in like the Sonic Archie comics. You know, he just has that kind of like darker tone to him. Kind of has something that reminds me of like Interjack, but at the same time, you know, you kind of saw those blocks around him and whatnot, so it kind of reminds me of some ability too that Mina would have or something like that. I don't know if anyone remembers Mina the mongoose, but she could make certain things out of nanos, I believe that's what it's called. I really can't recall. It's been a while since I've read the Archie comics, but yeah, there we go. Finally got to see both trailers showing off Infinite and the new one today. So let me know what you all think. Do you all think Infinite is going to be a villain that you'll appreciate and enjoy in the series? We haven't really heard too much from him, you know, obviously, but it looks like, you know, they're really taking it seriously with the darker storyline that a lot of people in the series, or I'm sorry, not in the series, in the fan base have asked for so long. And I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to see. Like, it reminds me of something that I'd seen in, like I said, like Shadow the Hedgehog or, like, you know, the Sonic games in the earlier 2000s. But nothing too overbearing or whatever. Because Shadow the Hedgehog was a little bit kind of like, a couple of times. But it doesn't seem like it's going to get to that level. At least, I'm hoping it won't be. But that was still pretty good. And while there has been mixed reception for Sonic Forces, and from what I've seen, most of it being for the custom hero, as the gameplay is a little bit off, I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like if it's polished in the final version, then this is going to be a pretty solid game. And obviously it's going to get mixed reception because it is a game that kind of caters towards, you know, fans of games like Sonic and the Black Knight, Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, the Sonic games that have more gimmicks and whatnot. I still think, you know, like I said, if it's a bit more polished, it'll be a solid game, but I can totally understand if it will get mixed reception once it does come out. But pretty excited for it. It's totally cool to see Sega, you know, really try and cater towards all fans and their, you know, fan base, because, you know, they're catering towards old school, you know, hardcore, classic Sonic fans with Sonic Mania, and then they're pleasing, you know, the newer fans with Sonic Forces. So I'm really excited to see, and I totally think that, you know, there's going to be much better reception for Sonic Mania, but I feel like Sonic Forces is definitely a fan service kind of game, and I think that's really good. But anyway, that wraps it up for my thoughts on the trailers. And by the way, I want to go ahead and say, you know, definitely going to miss the Sonic Archie comics, as Sega has finally given us info that that series has been finished with Archie, but they do intend on bringing Sonic comics in some form in the future, hopefully soon. And it's just really sad because, like I said before in a previous video addressing the Sonic Archie comics, you know, they were a really, really integral part of my childhood, especially when it came to me drawing and all that stuff, because before I started doing YouTube, I used most of my free time and whatnot to actually draw Sonic artwork, and mostly Sonic comic artwork. So I posted some of my stuff on Twitter if you want to go check it out there, but then again, at the same time, I'll probably just go ahead and post some on this video right here so you can see. And it's been a while, but I'm hoping soon, in August, I'll be able to get a Cintiq, and that way I can actually do some live streams showing off some drawing or drawing tutorials for you guys, and then that way I can interact with you all on the chat, and you know, maybe do some requests as well. But yeah, if you all are into that, definitely let me know down below. And let me know in the comments below what were your favorite issues for the Sonic Archie comics, as I definitely posted some of mine on Twitter as well. But definitely loved the arc that started, I believe, issue 175, when it was like Eggman basically beat Sonic. That was like such a huge turning point, super crazy. And then also issue 200, seeing Sonic and Tails fight in the 190s, and they had like Mammoth Mogul and all that stuff. And also the Enerjack fights, those were so hype with Super Sonic and Enerjack, and when Shadow did Chaos Blast and whatnot. I still remember drawing those scenes too, but sadly I don't have my sketchbooks. Left them, you know, at family's place and don't know where they are, but if I ever do find them, I'll definitely try and take some pictures of the artwork that I did do. But anyways, you know, enjoy the little pictures right here. Let me know what you all think down below. And I'll try and get some Road to Sonic Mania videos up soon, because you know, I'm still kind of recuperating from just stuff going on, and you know, there's, like I've said a few times, a bit more that I haven't even talked about, but you know, I'm gonna try and you know, just stay focused, try and upload some you know, videos for you guys over the next couple of weeks, because Sonic Mania is coming out on August 15th. And then I'm still not sure, but I may do something Splatoon 2 related. I guess I'll see you in a few hours when it does come out. But anyways, yeah, thank you all again for watching. See you all, have a good day. Peace, Republic of Cobanermites, and take care.